Peace, peace, good people. Bald Head Haverford here, and welcome to my channel. If you are a newbie, hello. I hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. And if you are a returning, y'all know I appreciate y'all, right? OGs and returnees. So I'm coming on to give you guys just a simple reading today, okay? It may or may not resonate with you, okay? Because it's a general reading. So, you know, not all readings are for everyone, okay? If you are in need of a general reading, go over to the about section, scroll down, and how to find me is over in all of that, okay? So I know that we have made it through the energy of those eclipses, okay? So everybody who made it, hello. We all made it. If we are still here today, we're in our right mind, we're sound, we're thankful, we're grateful, we learned some things, we're applying what we learned, okay? All of those good things mean you made it, okay? If you are struggling right now, if you are still falling down that rabbit hole, if you don't seem to be able to set your feet on solid ground because you are just, falling down that black hole, you, my child, it's still iffy for you, okay? You have not made it. You are still trying to figure out where to plant yourself in the truths, whether they be dark or light, in the truths that are best for you at who you are right now. Because we're never stable in truths, because truths change, okay? So I think a lot of people may be going through situations where they're not necessarily adapting well to their truths, okay? A lot of people went in, and some people did this willingly, knowingly, voluntarily because they wanted to do the work, and some people were throttled into going within. And I can tell you something right now. A lot of people don't like what they see when they have to go in because it's the real you that's in there. And a lot of people don't want to face their real selves, okay? They don't want to really have to look into that proverbial mirror and really face the entity within, okay? But that's really the only way to fully understand who you are, what you are, and why you do what you do, is to go in. Now, another thing I'll let you know, with all the work that I've done personally with and for myself, and then the work that I've helped others do, when you truly go within, you're looking at pieces and portions of your past lives. And let me tell you something, we were not all who we are today in our past lives, okay? Many of us were dark, as in not of the light, okay? And some of us incarnated into this realm to be a better human, to be a better spirit, to strengthen our soul's essence, to gain accolades in this body, in this vessel, in this realm, so we can go back to wherever the source of you, because everybody is from a different source, okay? To go back to the source from whence you came and take a better version of yourself back, okay? And then some of us were perfect, and we chose to come into this realm and see what the dark was all about, okay? So everybody's got different purposes, different reasons why they are here. Nobody's mission is the same. No two lives are the same. Going within helps you really understand what your purpose and your mission for your soul's journey is about. And when people refuse to do that, then when we go through those turbulent cosmic events, it catapults people into that. When we go through those dark eclipses, those dark moon phases, some of the different planetary alignments that kind of throw people into a darkness, okay? Somehow, some way, you're going to have to face things that you refuse to face willingly, okay? So I just said all of that to say, be willing to do the work, because that's where your truth is. If there's any changing, any fixing, any adapting, any adopting, any applying that needs to be done, you have to go within to do it. And you just can't be scared. What's the old saying? If you're scared, go to church. And some people do. In real life, in real time, they do. They run to church. And see, church does not promote learning your light and your dark, okay? So let's go ahead and get some cards pulled. Okay, I'm 5 minutes in talking. I hope that everything that I just said was resourceful to you. Okay, if there's any portion of you that is afraid to really do self-work, to really go in, to really hone in on those thoughts, even if they're dark, see why they are coming up. Because I'm a firm believer that if it comes up, it's trying to come out. Now, if your dark thoughts are to hurt people, guess what? That still needs to come up so it can come out, not you acting on it. You need to get help to understand why. Sometimes you may want to hurt other people because you were hurt in a past life, and that's that vengeance that needs to be venerated. It needs to come out. You came back into this realm seeking justice, but you're angry. Okay, you're angry. So there's help for that. Okay, suppressing it only makes you do mischievous, hateful things because it's going to come out somehow, some way. Okay, so when people do little mischievous, violent, behind the scene crimes, my grandma used to call it throwing a rock and hiding your hand. That's because there's something within you where that type of stuff was done. It was done to you. Things happened to you in past lives that nobody did anything about. And you probably died feeling unjustified. You came back into this realm. That's all you brought back with you were memories. And you think the memories are little acts of you wanting to do those things, when really it's little acts that were done to you, and you're playing it out. You're playing it out. You're doing things to people. You're saying things. You are acting in a way because that's what was done to you. Okay, so just go get help. And that was just a small example, but for those who know what I'm speaking about, because you felt that, you know, okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sweet Spirit, thank you for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for those who will be here to view this reading. Show me what you know, Sweet Spirit. Thank you for the love, the light, the balance, the harmony, the wholeness, the darkness, the truth, the accuracy, and the relevancy in this reading. The Knight of Wands, courageous. The Knight of Wands speaks all about, I'm sorry, I should have showed y'all the card. Speaks all about being enthused with who you are, where you are, and your ability to create, okay? It's about being very confident, okay? Being encouraged. And a lot of the encouragement that comes from the Knight of Wands is self-induced because you feel powerful again. You feel back in alignment. The Eight of Wands. Somebody has called in some type of movement, some type of power. This feels like revenge, to be honest. This feels like somebody who said no more. No more. I will induce, okay, whatever I need to induce to get my leg back, if that's the energy you're moving under. Or you could be feeling propelled, self-propelled to make something happen, and you're going for the gusto, as the old saying goes, okay? So far, it's fiery. Okay, we got two wands, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands. And let me tell you something. This is somebody who is very, you ain't listening to nobody. See, the knights listen to the kings, because the kings are the ones that send the knights out to go, you know, make it do what it do. Go get them, go tell this, go share this message, go do this. So the knights are the young steeds of the tarot, okay? The kings are the ones that send out. So if the king was here, I'd say I'm speaking to somebody who's very seasoned. You know your power, and you really just kind of sit in your power, and you have other people to go do things for you because you now know how to move. You're very mature. And you may even be at a space and place in your life where you just see things differently. So you don't always want to, I think you just think. Kings and queens of the tarot, they think more. They don't act as quickly as a knight or a page would, right? Because the knights and the pages are the children, okay, of the tarot, and not necessarily a child, but they're the youth. Let me say that they're the youth of the tarot. So with you, if you're resonating with this reading so far, please give me that like. But for you who are moving in a Knight of Wands energy, you've probably learned some things about yourself, okay? You have probably tapped into some magic, some occult, like some real life occult arts. You may be going through some type of tapping the God within type energy, like you've practiced something and seen something manifest immediately. Some of you may be into sex magic, because the Knight of Wands is an indication of a strong phallus, okay? So I could be speaking to men who are understanding the power of their penis, okay? Or I could be speaking to women who understand the power of their portal and how they can manifest things with a penis, right? Okay, so it could work either way. But there's a lot of energy here. I'll just say that. Sag, Leo, Aries, because this is fire energy, okay? Wands, fire. Show me more, show me clearly. Okay. Another wand, 6 of Wands. Listen. Victory. Victory. I hear somebody saying victory. I am victorious. Whatever you've set out to do. You know, I told you it feels like a little revenge, okay? It's taking place. Somebody put their foot down. Somebody, I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm getting ready to put myself first. And what I say is what goes, right? Somebody's in a authoritative position. This feels like somebody who's headed toward King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Emperor energy. That's what this feels like. Somebody ain't playing no game. Somebody ain't taking no shit. You ain't playing. All wands. I told you already with the first 2 cards that it felt like wands. And then this 6 of Wands comes out that denotes victory, triumphant. Self-proclaimed victory at that. Like, you didn't get no help. You made this happen by yourself. I'm telling you, I'm feeling some type of alchemy. I wouldn't be surprised if the Magician card comes out. But even if it doesn't matter. I'm already feeling the Magician. I can tell that somebody has tapped the goddess within. You are in your power. You did some kind of little spell, some type of ritual, and it's worked. So that boosted your confidence. That boosted your enthusiasm about whatever it is that you are now doing and applying. I like this. I love to see people move in their power, because let me tell you something. If everybody moved in this energy here, nobody would be hating on the other. Nobody would be jealous, because everybody would be moving within their own goddess self, which is how it's supposed to be anyway. But because you have people who give their powers to others. You have people that have had their power taken. And that could be some of you all that I spoke about earlier, who are moving in that evil, dark, mischievous energy. So you're doing stuff to people hatefully, and you don't really understand why you move like that. But it's because that's how things were done to you back in the day, back in a past life. And for some of y'all, I keep saying past life. For some of y'all, you endured injustices as a child. So how you act now is just is indicative of what happened to you as a child, as a teen, okay? And when you don't get the proper veneration, when you don't get the proper therapy, when you don't get the proper acknowledgement of things happening to you, you will turn into the very things that were done to you. Because hurt people, okay? So this could very well be speaking to those of you who are seeking justice, but your justice is coming out as vengeance, okay? As vengeance. Show me more and show me clearly, sweet spirit. This feels fiery and it feels dark. Never equate dark to evil, dark to demonic. Can it be? Yes. But most times when I speak of darkness, I'm speaking of an individual who understands that all the creation that self is able to enact comes from within. And what's within? Darkness. When you close your eyes, what do you see? Darkness. At nighttime, when you look up to the sky, to the cosmos, what do you see? Darkness. So when I say tap in a darkness, to me, darkness is equivalent to creativity. Now, what you choose to create can be light, can be dark. Either way, dark comes before light. Darkness came before light. So darkness created light. So when you go into the dark, you're able to create whatever you choose. It's what you choose to create with your darkness that differentiates you from what somebody else would create, okay? But somebody is going into the depths of their soul, to the depths of their darkness, and creating. Some of y'all are creating revenge. Some of y'all are creating paths so you can do and be and have what you want to do, be, and have. Some of y'all are creating new experiences for yourself, okay? Some of y'all are getting justice, okay? So just place the energy where it belongs. I don't see it being bad. I don't do bad and good. I don't see that, okay? I see decisions and choices. That's all I see in my life. And when I teach that, I don't teach good, bad, right, wrong. I teach choices. Now, if you wanted to break that down into something lesser, I would say then say light and dark, but never good, bad, right, wrong, because everything has a reason. Everything, there's a story behind what everybody does and why they do, okay, what they do. But right, wrong, good, bad, I don't know. Even somebody, and I'm not a condoner of any type of violence, but when you look at the interviews of people, matter of fact, we can just look at the Jeffrey Dahmer, okay? Now, if we didn't know anything about his past, we would assume that he was just a bad person or a crazy person. And by all means, he was. But when we saw his story, when we've looked at the many different interviews, and we began to piece together why he was like he was, we saw that his mother was pregnant with him and did drugs, okay? So she abused her maternal MAJIK, okay? When as she was creating a life, she made sure to ruin it with chemicals and substances that would guarantee that his frontal lobe would never really fully develop, right? So anyway, I'm just saying it's certain things that happen to people that make them who they are. They're not by nature bad, but things happen to people that make them. Now, I'm not justifying it, but giving understanding helps you broaden your perspective when you think about the words good, bad, right, and wrong, and how somebody can become good or bad, or why somebody does right or wrong. It's really never any of that, okay? It's really never any of that. Show me more and show me clearly. The Seven of Pentacles. Harvest. Reaping the benefits of the work that you have put in. I told you, I knew somebody was doing some work. Somebody was in their magic. Somebody has been in the lab, so to speak. That's what when you at your sacred space, when you are in your magician's hall or wherever you do your work, your altar, and you are in your full God self, you're creating. Somebody has created. And I just keep on saying that. This spread so far with just these 4 cards shows full creativity. And I know that I'm speaking to someone or someones who are, listen, I keep holding my hand because you are fully in your power. Some of y'all are using that power for light. Some of y'all are using that power for dark. Nevertheless, the power is being powered. For sure. And you have a sense of mastery about what you're doing. I know that I'm speaking to people who are tapped in, tuned in, turned on to some type of dark magic, occult arts. I ain't speaking to I ain't gonna say that. I was about to say I ain't speaking to no Christian. But I mean, I guess I can go ahead and, you know, if you are a Christian, you still tap in the dark God within, even if you do still get up and go to church on Sunday. I'm talking to somebody who is moving in their wizardry, sorcery. Not necessarily on other people, but then, hey, maybe so. You could be getting revenge. You could be getting, some of y'all may be seeking revenge. Whatever you've done is working. And you are about or already have began to see remnants of your harvest. Whatever you planted, it's already blooming. And you are seeing what you said. You're seeing what you planted, what you wanted. 3 of Wands, another Wands. So you have all Wands and a Pentacles card. This is fiery. Like a blazing bull. Am I talking to Tauruses? I am talking to Aries for sure, but am I also talking to Taurus? I feel like this blazing energy. Forging ahead. Ain't stopping nothing. Ain't letting nothing stop you. And anything that tries to stop you gets burned. Too much fire is here. The 3 of Wands. In the process of manifesting, in the process of feeling in your God self, in the process of exploring all of your options, possibly even you could be astral traveling, okay? Or you could be actually traveling. You could be going into your dream state and calling in what you want to see in the physical. You're doing it in your dream state, because as above, so below, right? So some of y'all are taking that route. You're taking the universal laws route, okay? But Spirit is saying with that, not with just that path or just that route, any route you're taking to call your power to you, to move in your power, to tap the goddess within, any of that is coming with its fair share of obstacles. Astral traveling, you may encounter the monsters, right? Or the entities in that realm that may try to stop you. I think you kicking ass in the astral realm too, though. For those of you who are thinking about actually physically traveling, that may come with its own obstacles as well. Because some of y'all may be calling in strength, tenacity, power, money, whatever. It doesn't really feel like money is the issue, but I can't never leave that off the table, right? Because this realm calls for some type of currency exchange, and it's called money. You're but for fiat. But for most of you, you're gonna manifest what you need. So you'll probably get the opportunity to bypass needing physical money. People, places, and things, and money will be placed on your path. That's what the magic is doing. It's calling in what you need so you can manifest what you've said. All of it is going to come with obstacles, but I don't believe these obstacles are going to stop anything. They're just an added. It's really just, okay, Ashay. These obstacles are just going to challenge your magic. Are you really powerful? Are you really magical? Are you really courageous? Are you really tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the God within? Are you really a wizard? Are you really a witch? Are you really a goddess? Are you really a sorceress? Are you really a conjurer? It's like whatever these obstacles are, they're just coming in to challenge you, to test you, to see if you really standing on your business. That's all it's doing. It's not going to win because it's not supposed to stop you. It's supposed to challenge you. So I feel like whatever these obstacles are going to be it astral obstacles or physical realm obstacles, they're all coming in to make you even stronger. So don't Don't run from an obstacle, and don't fall down by the wayside, oh, woe me, because of an obstacle. Stand and face it. Fight it. Show it your magic, right? Sorry, y'all, I dropped the cards. Show it who you are. Cast, rebuke, bind, if you have to, okay? Show me more and show me clearly. King of Cups in the reverse. Now, some of y'all may be feeling anxious right now. Maybe a little anxiety. Stop and it's almost like an animal that's thirsty. A person, when you're thirsty, you've been working, and you haven't stopped to hydrate yourself. So you become even more enraged. You begin to feel drained. Now there's no elixir going to your brain space. No water, no fluid, no liquid, no refreshment going into the very place, your think tank. You're dry. So stop and make love. Okay, now take that and do with it as you will. That could be like physically, or that could just be go give some time to the homeless, go feed the homeless, go do something from the heart space, because you're feeling dry. Some of y'all may be feeling very desert like, very dry, because your cup is empty. Your King of Cups came out in the reverse. So the anxiety is coming from you not having that flow, and the flow comes from stopping and doing something with your heart space. So do something nice. In other words, just go do something nice. Go make love. Go do something that brings you back to a that feeds you, brings you back in alignment with heart space energy. Because you might have been going so hard, making it do what it do from a magical standpoint, that you have forgotten, because you have to feed all versions and levels of yourself. Okay, so you may have been so far removed from love, so far removed from intimacy, so far removed from emotional fulfillment that, like I said, you're dry. And when you're dry, you do become anxious. You can't think. So just go water up. For some of you, that might just be meaning go take a shower, go take a spiritual bath, go to the water. Go give an offering to the water, okay? For those of you who, practice any type of work with any water deities, you may need to summon your deities, okay? So it's so many ways that you can get this cup back full, because again, it came out in the reverse, so you're empty. But the quickest way to fill it back up is to go do something from the heart space. I don't know. I mean, there's so many things. Like I said, feeding the homeless, making love, not having sex. Two different things. Making love. If you're married, if you're in a healthy relationship, go reboot, right? Go visit old people, okay? Do something nice for somebody. Call your people who you don't call often and tell them you love them. That's how you feel that heart space back up, okay? 29 minutes in. Yeah, so that's an easy fix. The Empress. Abundance. I love this. If you're resonating with this, this is a really good reading. Because the Empress is all about somebody who is very fertile. Yes, you may be fertile as far as from a reproductive standpoint, some of you could have been putting in work to get pregnant. It's working. You may have just found out you're pregnant. Some of you, the fertility was for vitality. So you feel alive again. And everything you touch turns to gold. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all keep hearing my ring go off. My goodness. For some of you, this is all your magic is working. Now, I had already shown that earlier. I saw that earlier, that whatever you're doing, it is popping off. Like you're getting instant results, right? Well, now this just came through and confirmed it. Empress. That's all the Empress represents. She is a combination, an accumulation of all of the queens in the deck. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. She's all of those. She embodies all of those cups. That's what makes the Empress. She knows how to love. She knows how to create. She knows how to think. She knows how to get money, how to manifest. All of those queens together makes the Empress. That's represented by Libra and Taurus. And I mentioned earlier, am I talking to a Taurus, right? Now, this is not limited to Taurus. It's not limited to Aries. It's not limited to Leo. It's not limited to Sag, okay? But those signs need to really pay attention because your energy is here, okay? I'm going to pull one more card for you, but I believe I can shut this reading on down because you'll know if I'm speaking to you. Listen, I believe that those of you who are resonating or will resonate, I'm talking to somebody who, or some people who went in and did the work. And when you went in, when you did that shadow work, when you really embraced your dark night of the soul, when you really tapped your cosmic self, you found something when you went in. You saw something. You invested in it's a word. Give it to me. Give me just a second. Some mental alchemy. Some of y'all started it with meditation. Some of y'all's path started with meditation, which is still going into the darkness, right? Whether you did it through yoga, whether you did it through sitting in a moment of mindfulness, however you chose to enact your meditation, it started there. And from there, you layered it. You added a little more and you added a little more. You maybe started working with your crystals. You may have started chanting. You may have started doing, saying mantras. Some of y'all even did different mudras and things, right? It's like you layered it, but you started it with meditation. You were building your power, building your courage. And then some of y'all from there did little things, whether it was big rituals, big spells, or very small ones. It doesn't matter. You did something and you got instant results. And you was like, oh, this is the power I've had all along. But you've had the power all along. You never not had it. You just didn't know you had it. Okay. I'm done. It is nothing else to say. I believe I've said all that needed to be said. If you resonated with this reading, thank you so very much. If you've watched it in its entirety, may you receive all of that energy back tenfold. If you're interested in getting a reading, again, go over to the About section, scroll down, and how to contact me is there. But this is where I conclude. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. Namaste.